All right there guys, welcome to issue number 46. Let's get straight into it. So apologies for the delay on this one. I'm running another week behind, but we'll catch up tomorrow or Wednesday. I've had some unpleasant business, which I touched on briefly in last issue, which has held me back from doing this. So let's get cracking with this. We have got a full-on sprue. There's hardly any space in that whatsoever, and in that we're getting a foeted bloat-drones and Death Guard reinforcements. So let's have a look through the magazine first. There you go, frustration straight from the off. A ripped page. Anyway, never mind. In this issue, serious Death Guard reinforcements arrive in this issue with a new Lord of Contagion, a foeted bloat-drone, am I saying that right? Foeted? And 4 Plague Marines to bolster your forces. In addition to detailed build and paint guides for all those models, we have articles on foeted bloat-drones. These failed demon engines typically provide mobile fire support for the Death Guard, floating over obstacles in the battlefield to attack the enemy. The 2 Plague Splitters that your new model is armed with are particularly deadly to enemy infantry. The Ultramarines had better watch out. This issue's mission is a little different, with 2 small Death Guard forces battling each other for supremacy. Which of the 2 Death Guard Lords will command the attack on Corvon 2? Your game will decide. Okay, so foeted bloat-drone, bloat-drone weapons. We've got how to put them together, how to paint them. Then Rules Mission 30, Power Struggle. A new Death Guard leader arrives on Corvon 2. And foeted bloat-drone Death Guard data sheets. Okay. Foeted bloat-drones labour through the air on buzzing turbine engines like armoured biomechanical flies. These hideous demon engines bring monstrous weapons to the battlefield to annihilate the cowering enemies of the Death Guard. Lovely. Right, let's see if I can avoid ripping every page, because there's some sort of issue with this issue. Yeah. So it's now sticking from the other side. Perhaps if I go this way it will avoid it. Okay, cool. Then we've got the weapon options. So we've got 3 turbines. We've got the Plague Probe. So these 2 things. Plague Probe, which is this thing here with the knife on the end. Oh no, it's a syringe on the end. Then we've got 2 Plague Splitters, which are the weapons. And then we've got some demonic flesh. Lovely. A pair of Plague Splitters can spray torrents of liquid disease, rotten contagion over the enemy. It's got an option of a heavy blight launcher. They fire explosive shells packed with a deadly plague. They've got shell drum. The bloat drone sucks ammunition for heavy blight launcher from a rusting drum of shells. Got some plague flies on there. Oh, there's another option of a flesh mower. Flesh mowers hang below the bloat drone, carving entire units of enemy infantry into ragged chunks as they pass through them. Lovely. Okay, then we've got how to put all of our guys together, which I will do in a few minutes. Then we've got a paint guide. 6 pages of paint guides, so that's cool. Right, so Power Struggle, which is our Rules Mission 30. The Demon Primarch of Death Guard Mortarion has become displeased at the progress of Lord Felthius' invasion. In his infinite wisdom, he's dispatched another of his favourite lords, Lord Gangrus, to ensure the invasion of Corvon 2 continues according to his dastardly plans. So Lord Gangrus has been sent to Corvon 2 to take over Lord Felthius' command. Only the strongest of the 2 can win this war. Lord Felthius is angry at the arrival of a new rival. He's determined to retain his position and prove himself to Mortarion. So this is good. Right. Okay, I love it. I love this mission. So, wresting control. Mortarion's sons rarely come to blow, but this is a matter of honour. Felthius and Gangrus must battle for command of the ongoing Death Guard assault on Corvon 2. The victor will gain the respect of the Demon Primarch, and with it, power. The loser will be cowed. Okay, so Gangrus deploys on this side, Felthius on this side. This is an unusual battle because the Death Guard will be battling the Death Guard. Rather than one player playing as the Space Marines and the other as Death Guard, each player must pick one of the two Death Guard forces to command. So, Lord Gangrus, your retinue is Lord Gangrus, 5 Plague Marines, the Rhino, the foeted bloat-drone, and the noxious Blightbringer, up against Lord Felthius and the Tainted Cohort, 5 Plague Marines, the Mephitic Blighthauler, and the Biologous Putrefier. So deployment, both players roll off and decide who goes first. Players then alternate deploying their units, beginning with the player chosen to deploy first. After all units have been deployed, the player who finished setting up their army first can choose to take the first or second turn. The victory conditions are: eliminate the enemy warlord, Felthius or Gangrus, 3 victory points. First player to eliminate an enemy unit, 1 point. End the game with a unit in the enemy's deployment zone, 1 victory point. It lasts for 5 battle rounds. Okay, and then we've got the foeted bloat-drone data sheets here. So I'm assuming that Lord Gangrus has got the same sheet as Lord Felthius, maybe. Not sure on that, actually. Okay, so the movement changes as it suffers damage. So it starts with a movement of 10, but it goes down to a minimum of 6 as it takes damage, as does some of its other statistics as well. So the Plague Splitter's got a 9-inch range and an assault D6, AP -1 and 1 damage. And the Plague Probe is a melee weapon. It's AP -2 and it does D3 damage. Abilities disgustingly resilient as normal. Demonic, this model has a 5+ invulnerable save, and Putrid Explosion, if the model is reduced to 0 wounds, roll a d6 before removing it from the battlefield. On a 4-up it explodes with each unit within 7 inches suffers 1 mortal wound. Very nice. Okay, so we have got the next couple of issues. We've got our Land Speeder coming next week. Let's hope it's not as frustrating to get put together as our Scouts were. And then the following week we've got Space Marine bikes, and they look awesome, I have to say. But they are an older model, and you can tell from the Space Marine helmets that they are different. So that's very, very cool. Right, let's build up our guys. Okay, so that's everything built. Now we do get a few little bits left on the sprue afterwards. So we've got this sort of breastplate for another Plague Marine, along with a weapon, another helmet that we've got there, and that's it. Now, so this issue is the one that lots of people are waiting for a number of reasons, but mainly because you get lots of models with it. So I can say that let's have a look at the Plague Marines first. Now, we've had Plague Marines before, but they ain't as good as the ones we get this time. These are much better sculpts than the ones we got with issue number 2. That's the first one. Second one. I'll show this one last, my favourite one. This third one. I love all the skulls on the shoulder pad there. Very nice detail. This is my favourite one. He is very cool. Now let's have a look at our vehicle. I need to glue a bit. It's a bit better, but this is it, and it's a very nice model. So this bad boy is going to whip around the battlefield, but it's very cool. I love it. I like it a lot. Okay, and then our Lord of Contagion. This is a awesome model. I love it. I absolutely love it. Okay, So, not only do we get some really terrific models, but I really love the mission this week. The battle of the battle between Lord Gangrus and Lord Felthius. I think it's a really cool narrative, or like kind of story-driven mission that is really cool. So, where does that bring us to with the competition? So, as mentioned in issue number 45's review, I haven't seen you for a few weeks. I've had some pretty, well, yeah. So I've had some stuff going on, and if you want to learn a little bit more about that, look at issue number 45. So, but we need to catch up with the competition as it stands now. So there'll be no competition this week. It will be in the next issue. The prize will be the Land Speeder. This issue number 46. Last week's issue number 45. Issue 44. Issue 43. Issue 42. Issue 41. And I haven't got it to hand, but the Beast miniature from Time of Legends Joan of Arc, which is an awesome miniature. So all you need to do is, in the next video that comes out, which will be either tomorrow or the day after tomorrow, which will be for issue number 47, all you need to do is be a subscriber and comment on that video, and you will automatically get entry into the prize draw for that. Now, what I've done is I've set a limit of, I'll give that massive prize away if we get to 1,500 views. If we get close to that, maybe I'll call it on. If we don't get that, at this stage, we'll make a decision on what happens with the competition going forward. But there you go. So that is this issue. It is the best issue yet, as far as I'm concerned. Issue 46. It's got the best models. It's got probably the best scenario so far. I really like it. So yeah. So if you enjoyed this video, like and subscribe and all that good stuff. And I'll catch you later. See ya.